Welcome to Elle's Nails, where it doesn't take $1,000,000 for your nails to look like $1,000,000. Today's theme is ocean. And this is kind of my take on it. It's not too oceany, but St. Patrick's Day is this week. So I thought I'd put a rainbow on here. And then underneath the rainbow is the ocean. And these little white bits are supposed to be waves. I used a stamp template that has the waves right here, and those are on the 4 main nails. I got the rainbow on these 3, and then just plain waves on the pinky, and on the thumb is just a rainbow. And this stamp template also has a very adorable pirate with antlers. And unfortunately, I couldn't use him. I thought he looked almost like a leprechaun, but when I take the antlers off, the hat gets all messed up, and I just couldn't get him to work, so I'm just doing a rainbow instead. So I already stamped them, so that's pretty self-explanatory. I've done stamping a lot. But I just used this and Bundle Monster White for the stamping. And I'm going to use this Bundle Monster White for the cloud too. What's really great about stamping polish is it's very opaque. So even though I have a bunch of colors underneath this, it doesn't show through, which is nice. And for the rainbow, I have as my sky color an NYC, a really old NYC bottle of sky blue, and unfortunately they don't sell this anymore, and I'm almost out, but that's that. And then as my ocean water is this really nice Broadway aqua. It's called Aquarius, actually. Aqua color. It's kind of sparkles. It's just the go-to ocean color. And then I have all Broadway's regular. The Broadway, oops, got some nail polish on that. Broadway colors. Actually, I don't have a Broadway purple. I do have Broadway purple, but it had a little sparkle to it. So I am using this Ulta purple for the purple, or violet, or indigo, or whatever you want to call it. So those are the rainbow colors. And then you just need a paintbrush. A little itty bitty paintbrush. You could also use a toothpick if you don't have a paintbrush. And let's get started. We'll do the rainbow. So this is going to be a challenge. I've not done it on a thumb before, I don't think. So I got my handy dandy silicone mat down. If you don't, you can always use paper or yogurt lid or whatever works best for you. And I'm just going to do a little dab of each color, starting with the red. Okay, take the paintbrush, and we are going to just do a line. Are you seeing? Across the finger right there. And clean it off in between each color, of course. Next, we're going with orange, or orange as I like to call it, but people laugh at me when I do, so I call it orange. It takes a lot of effort for me to call it orange. I really just want to call it orange. And it's just another line. I have figured out why my lighting is so bad. I just haven't fixed it. I recently got new light bulbs and I think they might be darker. I switched from daylight to soft light. All right, go to some yellow now. Really not much to say today. So, next week's theme is nail vinyls. And I don't like nail vinyls. I have told you guys this before. Nail vinyls to me are not cost effective. I really don't like using them because they're a one and done kind of product. And I'll talk about that next week, but not to as much detail since I have other things to talk about next week. But I don't like nail vinyls. They cost... Actually, I can get a bundle of various different stamp templates for the price of one vinyl sheet. And the vinyl sheet you could probably use, if you use all 10 fingers, you can probably get 3 or 4 uses out of a sheet. Whereas a stamp template is practically unlimited. I'm using the green now. So I don't particularly care for nail vinyls. In fact, I only actually have one nail vinyl, which I showed you a few weeks ago at Valentine's Day. And so I'm not good with nail vinyls either, obviously, because you saw I had to use them twice. But I do have other not so complicated nail vinyls. Really, French tip sheets are vinyls too. So I actually got a few various different ones from Essie or Essence. What's it called? Let me look at that. It's E. Try to remember the name of the brand. Essence. That's the name of the brand. Yeah. Essence has some nail vinyls. And they're just like French tip looks, and there was like a moon shape, and for some reason a wings. I don't know about that. And also a zigzag. And zigzags are nice. They're kind of cool. I'll probably do a zigzag next week. So I got those for 75% off because they stopped selling them. But I don't really like nail vinyls. I would go with a stamp any day of the week over a vinyl. And of course, there are some benefits to a vinyl over a stamp, of course. The ombres and gradients and stuff that you can do with a vinyl that you can't do with a stamp. But generally speaking, I just prefer stamps. Now we're on to purple. So next week you can see what I'm doing now. Last one is purple. What I'm kind of sad about is when you do stamping, you have to order your stamp templates online. I have yet to see a store that actually sells. Well, you can get a basic stamping kit at some stores, but to get like specific stamp templates, you have to order them online. But nail vinyls are more available, so there is that. Alright, we're going to finish this off with my Bundle Monster white polish, and that is on there on purpose. I'm going to speak about that. I have taken the nail polish, and when I'm cleaning off the edges like that, I'll just, if it's a new bottle, I'll dip it onto the lid. That way I know what color is what. So each one of my bottles actually has that on there. I actually started by putting a sticky on each one with the color on it, but they all fell off unless it was a flat surface, so that's what I'm doing now. Anyways, moving on. That was kind of a squirrel moment. This I'm going to do freehand. It's pretty simple. It's basically blobs, so nothing really to worry about. Just 3 blobs. And then just fill in around here. Obviously, I'm going to have to clean up around the edges on that one. That needs a little more rounded. Right, and really that's all there is to making a lovely rainbow for St. Patrick's Day. Just got to clean up around the edges here. I think I might have made a mess of that. Alright, so that's it for this time. I'm just going to finish that off with my quick dry top coat. And we'll see you next time, and you'll see my nail vinyls, and they are, I'm 99.9% sure, going to be zigzags next week, and we'll see you then.